So many people are unaware, and quite frankly, I didn't know until a few years later after Curse of Chucky was released. But after the Seed of Chucky, a decade later, there were two more Chucky movies. First one being Curse of Chucky, second one being The Cult of Chucky. These sort of went under the radar because they were direct-to-DVD movies. Now, contrary to belief, just because a movie goes straight to DVD does not mean that it's bad, or that it wasn't good enough to not be in theaters. I mean, if that was the case, then surely Wish Upon or Slender Man or The Bye Bye Man would have gone straight to DVD if that was the case. But the reality is, a reason why a movie will go straight to DVD is because it's not marketable enough. And I know a lot of people are a fan of Chucky, myself included. The thing is, investors or studios need to make up their money back from posters, billboards, anything that is trying to sell the movie. They need to make that money back. It's about profit. After all, Hollywood is a business. So Curse of Chucky is set after Seed of Chucky. And the premise is simple. Chucky goes to a house, terrorizes a family, hijinks ensues. Perfect. All this movie does is it goes back to basics, which I like. This movie takes Chucky back to his prime. This isn't Seed of Chucky where you're going to see Glenn flip around and do karate kicks. No, we're not talking about that. We're talking fear. We're talking blood. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're talking people are going to die. That's what I'm talking about. This is a perfect movie to reintroduce Chucky. I mean, of course, everyone knows Chucky, but it's been like almost a decade. So this is a perfect little reboot to kind of breathe new fire back into the franchise. Something that that other movie couldn't do. Oh, God. By the way, if you couldn't tell, Brad Dourif is back. The iconic Chucky voice has returned to reprise his role. And a few other faces, which I think I'll keep to myself, some other returning characters. But in Curse and Cult of Chucky, we follow a new character named Nika, who ever since birth had been paralyzed, so she has to rely on a wheelchair. I really like the style of these movies. Curse of Chucky is Don Mancini's second movie that he directed, the first one being Seed of Chucky. And regardless of how you may feel of Seed of Chucky, Don Mancini comes back and he has greatly improved. This one, and especially Cult of Chucky, is way better. Like I said, there's no flip kicks or anything like that. There's nothing super weird. So Curse of Chucky, we bring back the basics. Cult of Chucky picks up a couple years after Curse of Chucky, where we're stuck in a mental hospital and there's this little mystery, and we continue the story of Nika, played by Brad Dourif's daughter, Fiona Dourif. Yes, Chucky is hunting his own daughter. And while she's stuck in the mental hospital being pursued by Chucky, a familiar face returns. I'd say slight spoiler. I mean, it is part of the main story. It's not really a spoiler, but I mean, if you don't want anything to give away, skip ahead to this part. Meanwhile, while Chucky is stalking Nika, Andy Barclay returns, played by Alex Vincent, who played Andy in the first two movies. It's so great to see him again. And of course, like Laurie Strode in the Halloween movies, Andy knows a thing or two about how to protect himself from the boogeyman. This movie has a lot of style to it. Its colors, the way it looks is just, I don't know, there's just something about it that just looks so unique. The way the movie's edited, the way it's shot, it's such a fun movie. And again, Brad Dourif does a fantastic job, and he hasn't lost his touch. Chucky has never been better. He is funny still, but it doesn't compromise the tone of the movie. This is a lot darker than Bride and Seed of Chucky. I love these two movies, I'm telling you. By the way, this ties in to the Chucky series. Trust me, watch these movies before you watch the TV show. I really love them. They're really good. It's nice to see Chucky back in his prime. The links are in the description. Please check out these movies. Please, even if you dislike Seed of Chucky, give these two movies a shot. It is so good.